Hello guys, welcome back to another installment of Just Dance lore. Now I have something I want to talk about. A few episodes ago I talked about the witch and how she was possibly related to Jack Rose, Night Swan being the witch, might be his mother. To refresh your memory, this is Night Swan, and I think I may have found another connection. She's Night Swan, she's a sorcerer and a performer. Now, on the Just Dance official Instagram, they just showed Jack Rose's card, and he is also labeled as a performer. So, like mother, like son, maybe? Now, his quote is, "I can be a little cocky, you ain't never gonna stop me." And I'm pretty sure that's Busta Rhymes. So, I'm pretty sure that's where that's from. So when I look at the caption, it says, Jack Rose likes to show off and shine. His passion for dance has led him to the other coaches who have opened their arms to him. Will he learn how to share the spotlight? Now, he's been led to the other coaches, and I guess that was like his plan, was to break away from his mother and connect with the other coaches, like how they were partying in the disco ball, if you remember. I hope y'all been taking notes, because this is basically a pop quiz, and if you're lost, then you failed the quiz. So if you've been keeping up with Just Dance lore and have been taking notes, then you should know what I'm talking about. I shouldn't have to go into too much detail. Now, let me get back into this. So I looked at Night Swan's character again, and I realized I didn't read her description, and that's my fault. As your professor, I should be reading and doing as much research as I can. Now, here's her description. Night Swan is a ruthless character who will accept nothing but perfection and order. To achieve her dream, she will do anything in her power to turn the coaches of Just Dance into an army made in her image. But will she succeed? Now, if you remember, in Night Swan's song, which was called Witch, she had the different portals open, and she had her minion of bird dancers going into the different portals, and the different portals were under her control. I guess she didn't like that the Traveler and his son have the... If you remember, the Traveler and his son, Wanderlust, and Sara have been portal hopping, and she don't like that. That's probably why she has been going to all these different places to get these people back to their Just Dances and make sure they stay there. And it's like, if anybody's seen the Bratz movie, she's basically like Meredith. She wants everyone to stay in their cliques or their own dances. But yeah, that was just a recap. That was just a little new development on the Night Swan, Traveler, Jack Rose, Wanderlust, Sara storyline here. But what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was a little different. It's a little less of a story and a little bit more of a sort of hangout, I suggest, that I think I have discovered in the Just Dance world. Like, remember when I showed you guys the disco ball? That's where all the Just Dancers go to just dance and hang out and reminisce and watch old dances and dance to old dances and just, get drunk and watch the Grinch. Right. Okay, sure. I'm going to tell you about this club, and I'm pretty sure it's an underground club, and it is called Scarlet's Palace. Now, this is a new teaser, because there's a new song coming to Just Dance 2023 called Magic by Kylie Minogue. I will show you a clip in a minute. Now, this is Magic, and if you look, it's posters of performers who perform there. And what they all have in common, they're all drag performers. This is Scarlet Gold. Scarlet Gold is the dancer of You Make Me Feel Mighty Real from Just Dance 2022. This is Fuchsia Blue, the dancer of Boy You Can Keep It in Just Dance 2021. And then this right here is, I think her name is Rita Pina. It like cuts off her name. Rita Pina or Rita Pina Colada or some shit like that. That's Drop the Mambo from Just Dance 2016. was actually the first drag queen in Just Dance. I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. And then this new lady right here, who's the dancer of magic, Little Miss Angelina. That is her. And I think at this world, this is where the drag queens and the kids come to just dance, drink, and perform. Like, this is Miss Scarlet Gold getting their life. This is You Make Me Feel Mighty Real. And he must also be the owner of the club, because it's called Scarlet's Palace, and that's Red Scarlet just giving us a show. Yeah, this is Miss Fuchsia Blue. She's just giving us a show. I believe this is also Scarlet's Palace. Maybe it's a different stage setting, because if you look at the magics, this is Just Dance 2023's magic. She's got a stage set up with stairs in the back, much like Scarlet's. I feel like her and Scarlet may be performing on the same stage, and they must have a different room for different performers. So I don't know, because Fuchsia Blue's background looked a little bit different, but she's definitely performing in their drag show. And then we also got Drop the Mambo right here, Miss Rita, giving us all the energy, everything we need, you know. So that is where I think a hangout place is. Where do you want to go? Bring your $1 bills and tip the girls. Watch some drag performances. Watch some underground talent. You know, I think that's where, you know, you're gonna go. My theory is that player 2 from La Bal Masqué right here, I think they may perform there too, because this is also a man in drag performing in this dance. But they are giving, you would have never known unless I told you, because I didn't know until somebody told me. This is from Just Dance 2020. So I think either they perform there, or that's where they go to hang out and dance. So in the midst of my research, I had another development on another coach that I have spoken about previously. Now, I was researching Miss Rita, the drag queen that I literally just talked about, who danced to Drop the Mambo. Wanted to get you guys a closer look at her. This is Rita. Yes, that is her in all of her feminine, beautiful glory, right? So then I was looking at Rita's profile, and this is not the only dance where she appears. She also appears in Sugar by Maroon 5 in Just Dance 2019. Remember, this is the song where a bunch of people got married. Miss Rita got married, and I don't know how I let this slip my mind, but who do you guys think she got married to? Anyone? Okay, all right, here we go. I'm gonna let you guys, are you guys ready for this one? Love Me Again. Really? Just Dance's biggest fuckboy put a ring on Rita. Now, first of all, more power to you. I love the LGBTQIA love representation. Do you think maybe that's why Love Me Again couldn't find a solid girl to be with? Because he knew that his girl was Rita. He wanted the drag queen. That's who he was in love with the entire time. That's why he had all those girls and he was going back and forth between them all. He put on this whole fuckboy persona to hide the fact that he was truly in love with Rita. And now they're getting married. How about that? Ain't that a development? Love always wins, you guys. Love is all, in the words of the Sunlight Shakers in Just Dance 2015. So that's all I got for you guys today. I wasn't expecting to find that little piece of tea in my research, but woo. Alright guys, I'll see you guys in the next one, and make sure y'all are studying up, because I ain't gonna be giving y'all recaps every damn time. Bye. Hello class. Welcome back to another episode of Just Dance Lore. And today we're going back to Just Dance 2021. Now today I want to talk about some superheroes and a supervillain. So in Just Dance 2021, we had Eminem make his debut with Without Me. That's them. You got these three derpy looking superheroes, right? And that's Phone Girl, Hairman, and Pool Boy. Yeah? So that's them. That's Without Me. And that is their thumbnail. But when you go over, you zoom out, you see someone in their thumbnail who looks like a supervillain. Now, who is that, you say? That is the coach of Without Me Extreme. And her name is Armanita. Now, Armanita is a supervillain, the nemesis of these three coaches. So Hairman, Pool Boy, and Phone Girl are out to stop her and her dirty deeds. Now, let me explain to you the story behind this. So first of all, I don't think that these are the actual superheroes. I think that these are mere cosplayers, and I will show you why when I press play. When you watch the dance in the background and that guy is turning on the TV to watch the news, but oh no, the TV is transformed into a villain, and there's Armanita right there, the marshmallow. There's Armanita, Without Me Extreme. She's right there in the background. Make sure you're looking at the background and not the dancers. Okay, you see them in the background right there? Those muscular versions of Phone Girl, Hairman, and Pool Boy, I think that's the real them. And these three are simply cosplayers. I think that they are just fans, and they are avid comic book readers, and these guys are like the fucking Marvel comics of the Just Dance universe. Yeah, that's what I think. Now, if you look at Without Me, I'm not going to watch the whole thing, but behind them, if you look behind them, there's an entire story going along. There's an entire comic happening in the background. And you might just think, oh, this is just random comic book looking images. No, there's an actual story behind them. And I'm going to tell you that story. And I know I'm not going to show you this whole thing. I'm just going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you how I know this story. So in the Just Dance games, they have this thing called sticker books, and you can like play different dances and unlock different stickers, and then you put them together, right? So in Just Dance 2021, the sticker album was actually completing the comic that happens behind Without Me. Now I'm just gonna take you through it fairly quickly. So let me turn this down a little bit so you can see. So that guy's watching TV, and the TV actually turns into an evil villain. This is Wave Man. Now Wave Man is coming out, and he is like coming out to shock people and crush people with his wires and shit. So Wave Man is not a good guy. He's disguised as a TV to trap people. And then here you got Amanita, and Amanita is a poisonous mushroom. Now she's not to be fucked with. She is the person you see in Without Me Extreme, and she is around to try and poison everybody because she's a poisonous mushroom. And last but not least, you got Pasta Man, and Pasta Man is literally just pasta, and he's behind there, and I guess he's just trying to consume. He's kind of like the Blob. I don't know if y'all ever seen the Blob, but the Blob just like consumes everything around him. It's just like that, except pasta tries to consume the people. And then meanwhile, you got Hairman, Phone Girl, and Pool Boy just chilling until they see breaking news. Oh shit, the villains is on the loose. So we see Hairman try to take on Wave Man, but Wave Man is like, nah, I ain't fucking with that, so I'm gonna fuck up your hair. So that didn't work. So we move on, and then Phone Girl was like, okay, I got you. So she clickety clicks him, I think takes a picture with the flash on and shocks his ass and sends his ass away. So then we got Mushroom Girl, Amanita, coming through. Pool Boy comes and attacks her. Oh, he tries to attack and it doesn't work. She attacks, and then you move on, and then Hairman actually comes through and saves the day because he gets his blow dryer and blows the hoe away. So he said, whoosh, she went away, and he's like, whoop, that was easy. Moving on, we get to Phone Girl, and we got to figure out who's going to stop Pasta Man. Turns out it's gonna be Pool Boy. So Pool Man blows him away with his water and turns him into pasta, and then they just eat his ass. They just eat him. And that's how they beat Pasta Man. And that is how they are successful. Now at the end of Without Me, so we got Pool Man, Wave Boy, and the Phone Girl. I think they're cosplayers running away, and that's the real them, victorious after defeating all of the villains. Now, and if you want to go ahead and test what I say is true, go ahead and look up Without Me, Just Dance 2021. Look at the background, like focus on the background and the comic as it happens, and then match it up with what the sticker album says. Just look up Just Dance 2021 sticker album on YouTube and watch it match up perfectly. Amanita gets her own dance, Without Me Extreme. She's just kind of, a villain. She's a bad bitch just doing bad bitch things, and that's pretty much what she does. That's all that really happens. I guess that's just her in her lair plotting before she goes and she gets defeated by them. But yeah, but my theory is that in Just Dance 2023 we're getting some new comic book villains, and let me tell you why. We got a preview of a certain song called Wannabe by a group called ITZY. And when you look at their dance, it looks very comic booky, right? It looks very animated, comic book, boom, boom cat. They don't look like heroes to me. I think they might be villains. I feel like they're trying to stir up some trouble because they're over here talking about, I want to be me, me, me. I don't want to be somebody. I just want to be me, 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 which means they don't want to conform to the status quo of being a hero. They just want to do their evil deeds in peace and be themselves without being judged for it. That's my theory. I think that these girls are going to stir up some trouble in the Just Dance universe. That's my theory. Now, it's not that much of a theory, more of a story, because I know it's easy to get distracted with dances and the backgrounds and stuff like that, but I really wanted to just explain that to you guys and let you know the story of Hairman, Pool Boy, and Phone Girl, and that I think that these girls from Wannabe are gonna be some villains. So I don't know, I could be wrong. We'll see. Maybe they're just happen to be in the comic book verse and that's just it, but I'm here to overthink things. Anyway, a lot of people have been requesting panda lore, moose lore. That's gonna be a while, so just wait on that one. Just be patient and wait, and I'll get you something on that. But until then, I'll see you guys later, and hope you have a good day. Bye! Y'all, hello. Welcome back to another episode of Just Dance Lore. Grab your pencils and papers, because today I have got something coming up for you from the new game, Just Dance 2023. Now, if you guys remember, I told you about Night Swan, who is said to be the villain of Just Dance 2023. And if you remember, Night Swan is the villain who wants to bestow order upon the Just Dance universe. Like, she doesn't want dancers going to any other dances. She doesn't want the same characters going to different maps. She just wants everyone to stay in their place, and she wants to bestow order in the Just Dance universe. Now, at first, I was like, okay, sure. Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that? Let these people have fun and mind your business, But now, I'm starting to think that Night Swan is not a villain after all. Now, let me explain what I mean. If you guys know what pictograms are, the Just Dance pictograms are the little pictures at the bottom of the screen that help you see which move is going to come next. The pictograms at the bottom showing that you're going to swivel your leg, then your arms are going to swing, and then you're going to slide and your arms are going to swing. Those are the pictograms, right? That's what those little pictures are called, to help you figure out what the next move is going to be. Now, there is a new song we got a preview for Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. I believe that's the original band, but it's a cover by Top Culture, one of the Just Dance cover bands. Now, I'm going to show you this preview. So, at the beginning of the preview, we have little Miss Sia Nova. You know, remember her. This is Wanderlust's mother. She's about to do her levitation. So the pictograms come up and kick her off of her platform. And the pictogram takes over and starts doing her choreography. And at the bottom of the screen, there's no real pictogram. There's antelope. There's a fucking cat. There's a fucking slinky dog. Like, what the hell is going on? The pictograms have gone rogue. And you know why? There's a fucking fish. I don't know what the fuck that is right there. And I don't even want to know what the fuck this shit is right here. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, it's going to give me nightmares. We got 24 Karat Magic, God is a Woman is involved in this shit. And then we've got Mood involved. Like, first of all, if this is what happens when Just Dance City, world, whatever, universe has no sense of authority in their lives, then Night Swan needs to be putting her foot down. She needs to be attacking and making sure that everyone is in order, because this is not normal. The pictograms don't need to be stepping out of order and showing their dance moves. They're supposed to be helping other people do their dance moves. How the hell is anyone supposed to play the game when they're looking down at the fucking pictograms to get help with the moves and they see some antelope that don't even look like a move? What you gonna do with a cat? What you gonna do with a damn slinky dog? The fuck you gonna do with that? Night Swan was right, people. Night Swan was right. And she may lead with an iron fist, but damn it, at least she's leading something. Because without her iron fist, the pictograms are going on strike and demanding that they be seen. And I'm not saying that these people are only worth to be at the bottom of the work infrastructure, okay? The pictograms are appreciated and very well at what they do. They're very good at what they do, and everyone appreciates the pictograms for what they do and how they have helped Just Dancers for the past 13 years. But at the same time, how the hell is anyone supposed to dance when you guys are going rogue and throwing random items at the bottom of the screen for people to follow? No one's gonna know how to dance like a slinky dog or a cursed looking cookie ass thing or a cat with a fucking yarn in his hand. Like, what are we supposed to do? So pictograms, look, if this is your way of standing up for your rights and going on strike and saying that you want a pay raise, okay, I completely agree. You guys deserve a pay raise. You deserve to health benefits, work benefits, 401k, all that shit. All Medicare, vision, dental, all of that. You guys deserve to be, I figured you guys would be in some sort of union, so of course you deserve these benefits. But do not sacrifice the people. The people need you. The people need you to continue dancing in the Just Dance universe, or else how else are we going to find anything? You guys are the leaders. You guys are the sense of direction and safety and security that the Just Dancers of the Just Dance universe need. Don't let us down, pictograms. Night Swan, raise their damn pay so they can get back to the damn bottom of the screen where they belong. Anyway, this has been Just Dance Lore, and I will see you guys in the next one, because this new game, y'all, it's on crack. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm back with another episode of Just Dance Lore. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little recap. If you guys recall, we talked about Night Swan, and I talked about her in the last episode because I said that she needs to be keeping order because the pictograms have gone on strike and have gone rogue and are taking over the game and are possibly going to be the downfall of Just Dance and the community and the game and for humanity for as long as we know. However, I have come across something a little different, so I'm just gonna recap with you guys. Now, do you guys remember the dance party inside of the disco ball? Yes, right, when they were celebrating after, I presume, freedom from Night Swan's reign. So I got a leak here of If You Want to Party, the full gameplay. Now, it zooms in to the disco ball, and this is where they are. Remember all these 5? We got Wanderlust, aka Can't Stop the Feeling, Sara, Can't Stop the Feeling, Braziana, Physical, Jack Rose, Locked Out of Heaven, and Mihale from Rather Be. Yeah? Sara is a human. If you remember, Sara was pulled in from the TV. Remember how Can't Stop the Feeling begins? Starts with Sara on the couch, chilling, watching Wanderlust on the TV. This is the beginning of that story. Yeah, just to recap. And just to recap for those of you who may be late to class and may not, have been paying attention, this is how she gets involved. The Wanderlust, who is a sorcerer and a deity, rolls the ball out to her and says, "Come with me." And then she takes his hand and, she gives the ball back to him, and she ends up going with him into the Just Dance universe, and now she is now in their world. Yeah? Flying through, looking at all the dance moves. Okay? That's just reiteration. We know that she's a human and that she's come from our world and she's gone into the Just Dance world. Now, we know that much. Now, what we don't know is Night Swan's connection, but we have connected some dots. We have connected that Night Swan is Jack Rose's mother, and she is trying to bestow order, making sure that the dance coaches don't dance together, that they're all in their own separate maps. So we do know that much. Now, I want to show you a little something about Jack Rose. So Jack Rose is a performer, and he's a performer just like his mother is also a performer. Now, Jack Rose is a performer, and in his description it says, Jack Rose likes to show off and shine. His passion for dance led him to the other coaches, but will he learn how to share the spotlight? So he's an attention whore, yeah? So here's another interesting thing that I found. In Locked Out of Heaven, the preview, this is another reiteration, y'all. In the background, you see Night Swan creeping up on him in the background, yeah? Like on the screens. Now, that's supposedly his mother, yeah? Now, here's something I found very interesting. In the leaked full gameplay version of If You Want to Party, Jack Rose has a rap verse, and they're all dancing in the disco ball, and in the background of the disco ball, it's other dances from past games. Now, when Jack Rose steps up to do his rap verse, he turns around, grabs his mic, and all of a sudden, he's in the screen, and the videos have gone. And that's something that I found very interesting, because his mother does the same thing in his dance. So do they both just have the powers to just kind of like hack the system and just kind of like take those images away and replace them with images of himself? That might be a trait. So anyway, they come back. This is the disco ball. They're still having a party. We fast forward to the end, yeah? Remember at the end when I showed you all the dancers that were captured in Can't Stop the Feeling are in the back. We got I Like That, Sweet Sensation, This Friday Night, Temperature. They're all there. Everyone's happy, right? Now check this out. This is something new. They're all having a good time, and he's like, all right, your job here is done. Let's send you back. And Sara goes back home, so she doesn't stay stuck. Wanderlust sends her back to her home, and she was summoned there probably to save the Just Dance universe from Night Swan's reign. I don't know. Maybe he summoned her because when he summoned her, nobody else was paying attention. She was the only one that could see him. So nobody else was tripping like, where are you going? Or what are you doing? She was the only one that could really see what was going on and connecting with him. So he brought her in because he knew you were going to be my travel partner to travel throughout all these places to stop the terror reign of Night Swan and bring order back to the Just Dance community and bring unity and community and the sense of, you know, friendship and family back to the Just Dance world. And then once they finally got that, because all the coaches are together dancing in the disco ball, her work there was done and he sent her back home. Interesting. I can't wait for this game to drop, guys. It's coming out on November 22nd. And if any of y'all end up buying this game because of me, I'm gonna need y'all to tell Just Dance to give me my coin, because this is free promo, bitch. Anyway, I hope you guys have a safe Halloween weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, y'all. I know it's been a minute, but I'm back with a new episode of Just Dance Lore because I have found some new developments coming from this new game, and I've got a couple new theories. Now, we all remember It's Untitled by Justin Timberlake, which is the song of Wanderlust. Yes, that is the Travelers in Cianova's son, also known as the Danceverse Prince. Now, the Danceverse, I guess, is the whole Just Dance universe. So when they were flying through the tunnel with all the different portals, that was entering the Danceverse, like the Spider-Verse, except the Danceverse. So we have the Can't Stop the Feeling alternate dance with just Wanderlust solo, and it's the Danceverse Prince version. He is the prince of the Danceverse, which means that the Traveler is the king and Cianova is the queen. Yeah. Now in the back you see sneak peeks of all the different dances from Just Dance 2023, and there's some past games too, like in the very back. Like they're more faded, but the more prominent ones are from the newer game. Now, of course, I zoomed into all of these to see what I could find, and like we've got Woman alternate by Doja Cat, we've got Telephone, Lady Gaga the alternate, we've got Danger High Voltage, we've got Bring Me to Life right there. They're giving me lesbian couple vibes, which I love. Love Me Land, and then there's some stuff we don't know. Like there's a tennis court right here. People think that might be a song called Wet Tennis, but I never heard. This is Boy With Love Extreme by BTS. This is Wannabe alternate by ITZY. Now, here's one I found very interesting. If you look right here, follow that little square right there, yeah? And it keeps going away. But if you look, that is Wanderlust and Jack Rose having some sort of battle for dominance. Now, what I want to know is maybe they're fated rivals, because his mom, Night Swan, and Wanderlust's dad, the Traveler, have beef, and they're from two opposite worlds. Maybe Jack Rose is supposed to be evil, but he turns out to be kind of like, you know, those characters that are like supposed to be evil, but they still hang out with the good people because, you know, they want to follow their own path. Kind of like, I don't know, Descendants, I guess. Maybe he's like a descendant. Maybe Night Swan is like Maleficent and he's like I don't fucking know. Anyway, so there's some sort of battle going on, because if you look at it, and remember, Jack Rose is a spotlight attention whore. Maybe he doesn't like that Wanderlust gets all these different dances, because he's got a solo, he's got the duet, he's in If You Want to Party, and you know, he's gonna have this too, and he's just like, what you want? And then it looks like he's just like, you're gonna challenge me, you want my crown? And then Jack's just like, you know what, yeah, I want your crown and I'm gonna get it too. I think they got beef because their parents got beef. That's gonna be something looking further into. Now, I want to recap really quick. I'm going to take you guys back to Can't Stop the Feeling. And I want to recap a really crucial moment that I'm sure we all remember, but I want to reiterate it just because I want to. So just Can't Stop the Feeling at the end. You guys remember this part, yeah? When they're dancing with Last Friday Night, I Like It, Sweet Sensation, and Temperature, right? And just having a gay old time, right? And then you guys remember that Night Swan comes up and is like, oh no, 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 that won't do. And she snatches them up, and then they run away to Physical. Yeah? Okay. Now, I wanted to show you that because I never really thought about what exactly happened. I knew they were captured, but I didn't know what she was like doing to these dancers. But now we know. All thanks to Miss the Fairy Dina, a very popular Just Dance streamer. She has been at Paris Games Week, and she's been dropping like videos and full gameplays of some of the new dances that are coming to the game. Now, remember Night Swan has a song called Witch. She dropped the full gameplay of the dance while she danced with the people at Paris Games Week. Now, I want to show you something. If we needed any more confirmation that Jack Rose is Night Swan's son, look at the very beginning. He's right there by her side, and she's just like, son, everything the light touches, everything the dark touches will be your kingdom. Now, another thing I wanted to point out was that when she comes out, you see them, Sweet Sensation, I Like It, Last Friday Night, Temperature, the same dancers from Can't Stop the Feeling that were caught in their dance that she snatched away. Now, I was just like, oh crap, they're here. Now, what is she gonna do to them? What is their fate? Just wait for it, because this had me shook. She's stripping them of their identities. And now they are, just wait for it. She's transforming them into her personal minions. Her bird dancers. Remember those bird dancers? That's them. Those 4 become her minion bird dancers and are under her control, while their worlds are just in the back, hanging in limbo, and they can't do anything about it because they are completely under her control. They can't do their own dance moves. They're doing her dance moves. They're twitching out. They're doing whatever she says. She's got complete control of them. And it's crazy. Now, I know I said Night Swan wasn't a villain, but this is definitely some villain type shit. To capture some dancers and then take control of them and strip them of their identities and turn them into your own personal dancing slaves. Now, I think that she is going to do this to even more dancers. Because you see in the back, there are a lot more. There are a lot more minions coming up. And then also, if you pay attention, going back, in the back where the portals are, the minions are going into the portals. So they must be trying to go in there and capture more prey for Night Swan. Now, here's my thing. I think that she is going to also capture the other dancers from the new game from If You Want to Party. And if you don't recall If You Want to Party, that's the dance that happens in the disco ball. I think she's also going to capture Braziana from Physical. I mean, she doesn't need to capture her own son. Her own son was in the witch map. So she doesn't need to capture him. I don't think she's going to minionize him. But whatever. But I think she will capture the Ratherby coach, whose name is Miele, who is a non-binary shaman. And I'm going to talk about them in another video, okay? But I just want you to know, I think that no one here is safe, which is why I think this happens after the fact. I don't know how they get free, but I think this is a celebration of how they get free. That theory still stands, but Night Swan has the ability to, the same ability as the Traveler and Wanderlust, to travel to different portals, take them and convert them, strip them of their identities, and convert them into her own personal dance slaves. And I feel like that's what she wants to do. At first I was like, oh, it's okay. She wants to keep order and restore order because this game's kind of chaotic. But I think she wants to do that in a very negative way, in a non-productive way, in a fucking genocide type of way. And I don't like genocide. We don't stand genocide in this house. So Night Swan, if you're gonna be a boss bitch, you need to be it without causing some kind of genocide in Dancity, which is the Just Dance verse name. Okay, that is today's episode because I have so much to talk about. So I'm going to try to get an episode out tomorrow and the day after and the day after because I got a lot to talk about because this game is coming in 14 days. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Big update. Now, on the last episode, we're just jumping right into it. No intro or nothing. On the last episode, I discussed that in the back of Can't Stop the Feeling alternate, there was the Prince and Wanderlust and Jack Rose, the son of Night Swan, who looked to appear to have a rivalry. Now, that is not true. Now, let me show you what it actually means. You guys remember when I showed you that Night Swan was taking past coaches and stripping them of their identity and turning them into her own personal minions, yeah? Now, and I also noticed, remember that I mentioned that Jack Rose is in the beginning of this map, just standing beside her side. But it looks like he's upset with her, standing behind her, not condoning these deeds. Now, let me tell you what happens in the new preview. It's another Apache song. And it's called Majesty. Now, in the thumbnail of Majesty, you see Sara and Night Swan about to go at it. Now, okay, but when you click the preview, it starts with Jack Rose and one of the minions looking like they're about to battle. And in the back, you see Breziana, and you see she's about to do something. So Breziana and the minion start dance battling. And I'm just like, okay, so Night Swan has completely turned these people who were once their friends against them. But it turns out this isn't just a battle trying to defeat them. This is a mission. And I will show you what I mean. Dancing with them frees their spirits and brings them back to life. There you have Mia from Rather Be dancing with this minion right here. And I guess like reminding them of how fun dancing can be and how they need to remember who they are and their identity. And then look, I Like It Like That is back. And then there's Jack about to dance with another one, about to free another one. And that's pretty much all we get from that preview. So Wanderlust, Sara, and Night Swan are supposed to be in this dance because they're right there in the thumbnail, but they weren't in the preview. I don't know how Night Swan is going to get defeated or how it is going to be revealed that they are connected to each other. But this latest development shows that there is indeed a battle for dominance, and Jack is on the good side. Jack is on the side of Wanderlust, Sara, and all the other dance coaches. Which brings me back shortly to this battle that looks like a battle between Jack and Wanderlust. They cross each other. Wanderlust is kind of like, what's up? And then Jack's like, what's up? Let's go, right? So when I first saw this, I was like, this looks like it's a battle. But now that I think about it, within the context of the new preview, maybe that's just them agreeing to join forces. Maybe the Traveler is the prince of the good world, the prince of, the Traveler and the Dancity. Maybe he is the good prince of the world, and Jack just happens to be the prince of the underworld. And now they have collided and have decided to join forces to free all these lost souls, which adds to the theory that I brought up several times that the dance inside the disco ball, If You Want to Party, is a celebratory event, which is why Sara was able to go home at the end of If You Want to Party, because her mission was done. She had helped them escape the wrath of Night Swan, and then they partied, and then she left because her mission was accomplished, and she can go home and play Just Dance in peace, in the safety and comfort in her own home, without having to worry about being abducted by anyone. So that is the lore for today. Shorter episode, whatever, but it's a very important development. Guys, I don't know what else is coming, but I do have more theories, and I'm going to try to get them all out before the game drops. So hopefully you'll see me tomorrow with some more. But until then, see you guys later. Bye.
Hey guys. Alright, so I'm still not feeling the best, but I'm getting better, and I'm here to give you guys some Just Dance lore because I got Just Dance 2023. I wanted to talk to you guys about this yesterday, but I just was not feeling good. But if you guys were able to join my live, I played some songs, and I waved the controller around, and I showed you guys some of the maps, and I explained some of the lore on live. But for those of you who couldn't join me, I'm here today. Now, I want to go back to the lore that started this series, which is the hot and cold / Rasputin / Sweet but Psycho lore, yeah? So we got the full thing for Sweet but Psycho, so we get a little more context. Not a complete answer, but I'm going to tell you what I think. Now, in Just Dance lore, every coach has a name. Now, Sweet but Psycho, her name is cleverly the Bride, okay? That's her name. Remember that, yeah? And Rasputin is Rasputin, but you don't need to, that's neither here nor there. So when you start the map and you see there's a wedding cake. It's got her and Rasputin on it. Rasputin falls off, and then it goes to her, and she starts screaming, and she's going crazy, right? Now, when you proceed, and you guys remember how there's pictures of them in the back going off and stuff like that. Now, I don't think this is where they live, necessarily. I think, or I don't know, maybe they got money like that. I don't know. You never know. But whether they live here or not, I think this is where the wedding was supposed to be held. Like, in the back, you got the field, the chairs, and she's, like, dancing on the table. There's a field with the chairs, and then there's, like, the garden and shit, little reception area, I suppose. And then here is where they would have, you know, their dinner. Yeah, where the guests would be seated at dinner, and she's just fucking everything up, right? And in the back, you can see, like, the memories of them when they were happy. Like that Sugar when they first got together, or when they first got married or hitched or whatever, right? Now, and Sugar, that was where I was saying that people got married. And then this is where it leaves off. She turns to the Cape Topper, and then Rasputin comes on like, what the hell's going on? What did I miss, right? Now, here's my theory, okay? I think that Rasputin was late to their wedding. But Brandy, I thought they already got married in Sugar. That's the thing. I thought that too. But if you look at this, remember her name? It's the Bride, not the wife. The Bride. This must mean that this was supposed to be the day they were getting married, and Sugar must have been their engagement. Yeah, so Sugar must have been when they decided to get engaged. This might not have been the actual wedding. It just might have been their engagement. And then Sweet but Psycho was supposed to be where they actually tied the knot. But that ended up not happening because Rasputin was late. Now, why was Rasputin late? I had assumed he was cheating with the girl from Psycho. I was wrong. And that's fine. Shout out to Red Velvet, though, because you got me a lot of people in the comments excited that you're going to be in the game. And yes, Red Velvet Psycho is in the game. Remember when I told you that Night Swan's mission was to maintain order in the Just Dance community? She wants people to stay in their dances, you know, right? Now, Rasputin is an iconic Just Dance figure, which means he has been a repeat offender in being in other dances that he was not supposed to be in. For example, Hungarian dance number 5, YMCA. It was also in the background of last Friday night. I don't feel like pulling up the picture, but y'all remember. If y'all remember, you remember. Sugar, like I just showed you guys, and in the back of Uptown Funk as well. So he is a repeat offender of being in dances that he wasn't originally supposed to be in, because he is an iconic Just Dance character. I think that Rasputin was captured by Night Swan and was taken prisoner by her. Hence, he was late for the wedding. And the bride went psycho because she thought she was being jilted at the altar. She thought she was being stood up, and that at the she was being stood up at the altar, and that's why she fucking caused all the havoc that she caused. And then because when Rasputin comes in, he looks genuinely surprised and like scared, like what happened? He's just like, what happened? Where's my wife? What happened? We were supposed to get married today. I'm too late. I fucked up. I think it was because he was captured by Night Swan, because he is a repeat offender of being in dances that he wasn't originally supposed to be in. And even though, yes, the bride has technically been in other dances she wasn't supposed to be into, she hasn't been in as many as Rasputin. At least I don't think. I know she appears in Last Friday Night and now Sweet But Psycho as a psycho version of herself. So the bride has appeared in her own dance, Hot and Cold, Sugar, to get engaged to Rasputin, and she came back in Last Friday Night and in Sweet But Psycho. But I feel like when she was in a place where she didn't have to be, there was a reason for it. She was in the background of Last Friday Night, just chilling, you know, at the Katy Perry Club, where all the Katy Perry coaches chill at. Like, all the other Katy Perry coaches were there, so why wouldn't she be there? Like, Dark Horse, Last Friday Night, I Kissed a Girl, they were all there. So Hot and Cold had the right to be there. But why was Rasputin there? Because they were meant to be. But in Sugar, she was there because her and Rasputin were in love and wanted to be engaged. She had a reason to be there. And in Sweet But Psycho, she was there because it's about her being jilted at the altar. So I feel like the bride had a reason to be where she was at. Rasputin was in YMCA because he was just kicking it with the boys. Rasputin was at Hungarian Dance number 5 because he was just having a secret, you know, dance affair with body moving. So it's like he was sneaking around for intents that were not as convenient as the ones that the bride was sneaking around for. And she wasn't necessarily sneaking. She was just doing what she wanted to do. She was well within her rights. But that's pretty much my theory about Sweet But Psycho. I think he was late to the altar because Night Swan was like, you've been hopping around too much. I'm taking you prisoner. And then once he got released, which I will go on to how he got released in another video, then he ran to the wedding, and it was too late because she had already fucked everything up and left him. So that's my theory. Anyway, has any of y'all been playing the game? Let me know what your favorite one is, what your favorite dance is. I can tell y'all my favorite already is Telephone. Ain't no dance fucking with Telephone. And I think there's a little bit of lore with Telephone too, so I'll get to that in another video. But alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know what you think of the new game and this theory, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Hello class, and welcome back to Just Dance Lore 101. I owe you guys an explanation to the story mode. We have got clarifications. I'm going to take you guys through the Danceverses. Now, we know about the Danceverse. Enter the Danceverse is the playlist that is the story mode, essentially, on Just Dance 2023. And it's a playlist with all the songs in the story mode. All the characters are there. You got Night Swan, Wanderlust, Sara, Mihale, Breziana. All the gang is there, yeah? Now, when you go through, you get the whole story. You can play the songs individually, or you can play them all in one playlist, and it tells a story. Now, we know this part of the story. Sara gets pulled in by the disco ball, and they travel the world. Dancers get captured. They go to physical to meet them. Then after that, we've got the introduction of Night Swan. This is just a quick recap. If you guys have been paying attention, you don't need these full details. Night Swan is here taking these people hostage. And then when you get to the next one, going in order, it's physical with Braziana. This is where Sara and Wanderlust went after Can't Stop the Feeling to escape from Night Swan's wrath. When you go to the end, you see them come through her portal and invite her to come along on their mission. And she's like, hell yeah, let's go. And then right after that, you got Ratherby, and that's Miele. And Miele is a shaman, and they are known for summoning spirits and listening to music and experimenting with the energy called flow and letting that music and the energy flow through them. Like, they put their earphones in and then the whole world just kind of shuts off type of thing. And they're dancing with the panda, and the panda is just, you know, doing what they do. Got their own thing going, and then you find out that Miele has summoned the panda's spirit. That is Miele's power. They summon the spirit, their spirit animal, which is the panda, which is shown on their shirt, and is able to connect with them through dance and music, which is quite a beautiful power, by the way. This has to be my favorite point, storytelling wise. I'm going to show you guys why. We get to my baby daddy, Jack Rose. We speculated to be Night Swan's son. We have turned that speculation into absolute concrete evidence that this is he is her son. And when it starts, we get a little backstory. We get the younger version of Jack Rose trying to dance, practice his dance moves, and there's Night Swan in the doorway, disapproving of him being a performer, but he becomes one anyway and grows up and becomes a performer just to spite her, and he becomes a star. He's doing, and if you notice that spin move that he does right here, he's going to do it again, that push and spin. That's the move he was trying to do as a kid, but he's perfected it as an adult and does it in the dance like 5,000 times. He's here performing for his hundreds of fans, just living the dream. See Night Swan popping up in the back in the mirrors because, you know, she's always watching him. She still probably doesn't approve of him. But when you see this at the end, he's dancing, hits that last move, there's Night Swan, and she's just like, no. There she goes. She crosses her arms, shakes her head, no. She still doesn't approve of him, and he's just like, wow, after all this fame, she still doesn't care. And this is where the gang comes and tries to get Jack on their team. And that's where that song ends. Now, I think storytelling-wise, that's my favorite part, because I really like Jack's backstory. Now, we go into Majesty. And at the beginning, we've got Jack leaving right where we picked up at. The Traveler comes in and he's just like, hey. And the disco ball is just chilling because the disco ball is always at Wanderlust's side. And Wanderlust is just like, hey, I'm your prince. And Braziana's like, hey, come on, let's go get physical. Sarah's like, hey, I'm a human, let's have fun. And Miele's just like, peace be with you, my child. And he's just like, you have no authority here. You must go. It's not safe. Don't touch me. Well, no, you can't. My mother's here. She won't like that you're here. If you stay, it's not safe for you. Now, in the back, you see Night Swan projected onto the screen doing her little hand magic through screens. She doesn't have to be in person. Through the screen, she captivated Wanderlust, and he is now one of the minions. Hey guys, editing Brady. I look like shit. I just woke up and I was reviewing my video that I edited, and I had to come back because there is something that I missed and I have to correct myself before I release this. Now, in Locked Out of Heaven, I told you guys that Jack has a bunch of fans in the back, and then at the beginning in Wanderlust and him in Majesty are having a battle. In the back, you see his fans. Jack's fans are still there. You see the lady holding up the sign, blah, blah, blah. Night Swan is like, okay, release the magic. The magic thing starts coming from her statue, and it goes here, corrupts his fans. All of the fans are now her minions, and she has corrupted the prince. So that must be the reason that Jack turned against his mother, because she used his fans to turn against the Just Dancers and take over the whole Just Dance world. That's why Jack switched sides. He wasn't realizing what was going on, because if you look at him, Locked Out of Heaven, there's a part where he's reaching out to the fans and he's like, stay here. And let me just show you real quick. Right here, he's reaching out to his fans, just like, you over here, you over there, I love you all. But then when you fast forward to Majesty, right after she corrupts his fans, if you look at Jack, he's just like, oh my God, what happened to them? Reaching to them, reaching to the other side. What happened to my fans? Reaching out to the fans, wondering what happened to them, how they got corrupted. And then he realizes it's his mother's power, and he's like, okay, I must dance with the prince and save him. That's why he turned against his mother. Yeah, okay, back to the video. And that's why we see Jack dancing with the minion at the beginning of the preview. This is where the battle begins. We went through all of this. And the bat, when Miele is dancing with the minion, Jack and Night Swan are arguing. He's like, how could you capture the prince like that? How could you capture my fans like that? This is not right. How could you do this to me? And she's just like, you'll understand when you're older, son. You don't get it. You don't understand. And then he was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna free the prince. So Jack decides to dance with the prince, and despite his mother's wishes of him not to save the prince. So yeah, he does his little spin move, his magical move, and frees the prince. So this is the final battle. Night Swan is like, how dare you bring this human into my kingdom? And Sara's just like, la 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 la, I'm a human and I'm gonna defeat you with love and happiness. Sara's spirit of dance being so potent, and her love and happiness taking over so much that it corrupts Night Swan, and she brings up a portal and goes into the portal, turns away, disappears, and her factory shuts down. Rain leaving the dancers victorious. And of course, this leads to the next dance. If you want to party in the disco ball, Sara goes home. That's Enter the Danceverse. That is the playlist. That is the story mode. Now, I think there's another prisoner that we did not see get freed. Telephone by Lady Gaga. By this woman named Louise Dials. Now, the piece takes place in a prison. Playing off of the prison idea from Telephone, right? But that hand right there is overseeing them. That's got to be Night Swan. That's gotta be Night Swan. We know that Night Swan doesn't like other dances being in each other's dances because she likes order. Now here's the thing. I think that they're in this specific prison because this is a Lady Gaga song, and all of these different coaches from past Lady Gaga songs are in this dance. We got Just Dance, we got Judas, we got Born This Way, in Bad Romance. I'm going quick, my phone's about to die, guys. I gotta get this going. These dance coaches are in Louise's dance without having to be, and she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that they're in different dances, and she put them all in a Lady Gaga style prison, and Night Swan is overseeing them. That's what I think that claw was. It's just like, hello, yes, I own these bitches too. But Wanderlust and Sara have not freed them. I don't know why. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Just Dance Lore. This is Brandy Marie, your professor. I'm sorry this episode is delayed. I was unsure about posting this video on TikTok because I am currently at odds with the platform. I was recently censored and one of my live streams were taken down for no reason, claiming that I was bullying people when all I was doing was playing Just Dance and talking to my viewers, playing with my viewers, and that was it. Yet my video got taken down for bullying and harassment. I appealed it, they reviewed it, and still considered me as breaking community guidelines. So My live access is not restored until December 27th, but I will not be returning to TikTok live stream after that. I considered deleting my account altogether because it upset me to a very high degree. However, I have made a following on here, and a lot of you have really enjoyed my Just Dance lore series, and it wouldn't be fair to take my aggression out that I have towards the app out on my viewers, my lovely students. You all deserve to be educated, and I'm going to educate you. Today, I'm going to give you a new episode. TikTok drama aside, I want to talk to you guys about Scarlet Gold. Now, you guys remember when I told you guys about Scarlet's Palace, yeah? Scarlet's Palace is ran by Scarlet Gold. Who's Scarlet Gold? If you were paying attention, you remember. But you know me, I always recap. Scarlet Gold is the coach of You Make Me Feel Mighty Real from Just Dance 2022. And he owns an underground club where people can perform drag queens, like high production, like local talent. Like imagine like drag shows, but it's not all drag queens, because I don't believe Angelina is a drag queen, and I don't believe that Luke Cypher is a drag king. But still, there are such things as female drag queens, by the way, and I guess male drag kings, I suppose, as well. So maybe that's what they are. Anyway, so yeah, this is just a place where you can get your life, get some talent, you know, glam, glitz, all kinds of shit, right? So my theory is that Scarlet Gold, as we know, there are two performers in Just Dance 2023 that have shows in Scarlet's Palace. So you got Magic. This is Magic's show. Angelina right there on the poster. You come in and then you get into Angelina's show, and her whole theme is she's an angel in heaven. I'm gonna lower the brightness so you can see her better. There you go. She's an angel dancing in heaven, rainbows, stars, all kinds of shit. You know, it's real cute. There's another performer at Scarlet's Palace in Just Dance 2023, and their theme is the polar opposite. You got Disco Inferno right there, Luke Cypher, zooming in, and then you go, and his theme is literally hell. Disco Inferno, he's the devil, you know, and they're both just like opposite sides of the spectrum, right? But here is my theory. So in the game, you find out about the different characters and their names and a little bit about their background due to their avatars and their aliases that come along with their avatar cards. When you reach bronze level, prestige level 25 on Just Dance 2023, you unlock Scarlet Gold's avatar right here. And their quote is, "Shine bright, queens, and make your mama proud." Yes? So they call him Mother. That sounds like a reference to RuPaul. You already know. There's another avatar you can get for Scarlet Gold. However, it shows Samson Garnett. That is Scarlet Gold's real name. Now, Samson Garnett is a successful business owner, the owner of Scarlet's Palace. And their quote for their avatar is, "I'm just taking care of business, honey." And you get this one when you reach silver prestige level 20. Yeah? Now, here's what I think. I think that Samson Garnett, aka Scarlet Gold, is literally going to take care of business in a true way that Mother would. Now, there is an upcoming dance, we think. We don't know what it is. We don't know why it's happening, but we do see in the future Magic and Disco Inferno are getting a map together. Now, why? I don't know. Some people have claimed, oh, I think they're lovers. I think they're enemies. You know what I think? I think that Samson Garnett is taking care of business. Scarlet's Palace might be in trouble economically. I think that Samson Garnett may need to make some budget cuts. So I think he's gonna cut staff. And by cutting the staff, I think he's gonna cut performers. Now, I think that his two best-selling shows are Disco Inferno and Magic, right? He's gonna put them against each other. Now, I think if you're familiar with RuPaul's Drag Race, you know that if you have to lip sync for your life, you are in danger of going home. I think that the whole reason that they have this battle together is because Scarlet Gold, aka Samson Garnett, is going to make them lip sync for their life against each other. I think he's going to have them lip sync for their life, and whoever wins gets to keep their show. Now, I also think that this is the potential to be the return of battle mode that was in Just Dance 4 and Just Dance 2014. I don't know. It could be. Maybe we're getting a battle mode, and whoever wins this battle gets to stay at Scarlet's Palace and keep their show. When I thought about it, the battle, who wins the battle? I think that's up to you. Because when you open up Disco Inferno, let me show you. Just to reiterate, when you go Disco Inferno, Scarlet's Palace, you see Disco Inferno, you see Luke Cypher on the front, but you don't see Angelina anywhere. Angelina's not there, but Luke Cypher, Disco Inferno, is there. And Disco Inferno was also on the marquee when you open that dance up. When you open up Magic, you got Magic on the marquee, and Angelina is right there where Luke Cypher just was. So I think that the winner of the battle depends on your preference. If you think that Magic won the battle, you go to Magic, and Magic is on the marquee, is the main selling show, and is on the front of the building, and Luke Cypher, Disco Inferno, is nowhere to be found. And if you prefer for Disco Inferno to win the battle, vice versa. Go to Disco Inferno, Magic is nowhere to be found, and Disco Inferno is the main selling show. That's just what I think, what's happening. I think that Miss Scarlet Gold, aka Samson Garnett, is the RuPaul of the Just Dance world, and is making his performers lip sync for their life to keep their spot in his palace, to keep their shows, because he needs to make budget cuts in order to keep expenses and to keep production as high quality as it already is. That's just my theory. I don't know. Let me know. Anyway, that was it for today's Just Dance Lore episode. People have been saying, oh, make this a YouTube series. I was considering it. I will only do it if this video gets more than 500 likes. Maybe. And can we start a free brandy chain in the comments or something? Because, yeah, this ain't right.